The drums of war thunder once again.
Hello everybody, this is the Relaxing Shadow, and welcome to the Iron Man Challenge, attempt number 2, episode 2. Doing some live commentary. Reasoning, cause it was too early when I recorded this, and, you know, even though I noticed, I didn't think anything. So here's what happened, why I have to do this. So, when I record, I have to plug in my headset, okay? So, you know, you don't get the game's audio through my microphone. And so what I did was I plugged it in, and to plug it in I have to take out the speaker thing, which is plugged into the headphone slot, so I have to take that out. And I plug it in. Just above the headphone slot is the slot you put a microphone, okay?
How are you?
Now,
see you later.
I noticed, and I do recollect looking and thinking, hey, shouldn't I put it, isn't that supposed to technically go in the audio slot or whatever? Because I was like, I don't really know. I mean, it's got something that you're supposed to plug in for some reason, even though it doesn't really do anything, blah, blah, blah. So I noticed, but I didn't think anything because it was way too fucking early when I did this. So basically, the only thing you really lost was me talking about my new guild, and me talking about other MMOs out there like Ultima Online, which I will be talking about. Why? Because that conversation was great, but that didn't happen until the very end. But so anyway, here we are. We're headed towards the quests that we just grabbed, and we're gonna go ahead and grab some stuff. Thinking about killing that, but I don't have skinning, and you're not allowed to have professions like that in the Iron Man Challenge. To my recollection, you're not allowed to have those because those give you kind of like some sort of buff, apparently. Like skinning gives you crit, mining gets you stamina, so I can see why people don't want you to have those things if you're doing, you know, Iron Man Challenge. So here in a second, we're actually going to head to Stormwind, and the FPS kind of looks a little slow right now, so I'm glad I did go ahead and fix it. But if you notice a few choppiness right now, I do fix that here in a second as soon as I get into Stormwind, and I change a few settings to make it run a bit smoother. So anyway, I do know that I was talking about Rick Merple, and I know it has been a very, very long time since Rick Merple, and you might be wondering, well, I mean, from the looks of it, you made a character, you went over into the Cathedral Square where you trained stuff, and you just fucking recorded yourself talking to nothing, and he didn't even talk. Well, yeah, that's what I did at first, but then I found an awesome program called WoW Model Viewer, which allows you to look at the models, have a green screen background, and have them do animations, which makes things so much easier. I can now actually have multiple characters and do what the series was meant to do, which was him go out and do quests and kill shit and awesome stuff like that, which don't even get me started with having to do that yet. Oh god. But I do have another episode ready now. I have another one planned too. This was one that I should have done a long ass time ago. It's been playing on my head, and I'll probably get to that one after this one's done. But right now I have something. I have something good. So basically what I did was I had an idea for something funny. You know, of course that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm just getting some jokes going, having something funny, and an interesting build up to the end. Now the first episode's build up to the ending joke was, you know, he's an alcoholic and he wants to stop drinking so much booze, and one of the things that happened was he woke up in a dumpster next to a naked guy, and or something like that, and apparently the doctor was into she-males and gay guys and stuff like that, and so he asked at the end if he was single. Anyway, So I had a joke up towards the end, and I had a plot, and I'm going to go. Okay, so yeah, I see the frame thing. Don't worry, that gets fixed here in a few seconds. Anyway, so the joke or not the joke. I'm gonna give you the plot. Okay, so here's the plot. It has to do with Mexican food, specifically tacos. Tacos have been introduced to the game, and yes, okay, here we go. So now I'm checking my effects because I was noticing some huge frame drops coming in here to Stormwind, which is why this is weird. Is usually when I go into a place like Stormwind or a building, I triple my frames. I can go from like 70 to like 150 or something like that. Just totally getting tons. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix this. So I do fix it here, and actually just right about now. Yep, here we go. So now I'm gonna fix it, and changed how many frames per second it's gonna record at. So now instead of 30 frames a second, it's recording at film quality, which is 24 frames a second, which you might think is really, really terrible, but you really don't notice too much that's different right now. And also I came in here, okay, so first I'm going to train, then I do something else. I think what I was doing was I was showing someone who was in my guild, not in there anymore. We had some complications earlier yesterday morning, but all was resolved. And speaking of the guild, today's episode is sponsored by the Shadows of Darkness, which is my guild that I've created last month, back in December. It is a multi-purpose guild. We do raiding, PvP, we got social, and we got leveling going. We have almost 350 members now. I think we're maybe like 3 or 4 away as of right now. And things have been going quite good right now. We're just now getting set up with the raiding. We're trying to get some classic raids going, which is the vanilla content, so you have to be level 60 in order to do it. I have someone who's willing to lead the raid. Right now we have a TeamSpeak server going. Might be subject to change, don't know. The person said he's got it going. It's 300 member slot thing, and all should be good for now, and then he might have to change things later on, but for now we do have that. We have a nice guild website which you can visit too and take a look at, and we have a unique rank system which I took a lot of time to develop because I just wasn't a fan of the whole leveling rank, because I felt like people would just think it's just a leveling guild, and I didn't want that. Because yeah, we are accepting people at level 1 and stuff, and you can level, but I didn't want everyone to just assume, okay, this is a leveling guild, there's no PvP, there's no raiding, but there is. So I changed the ranks up, and now it's more of a progressive based ranking system. And what I've done is I've made it to where in order to get a new rank, you have to do a specific task that helps the guild in some way, shape, or form. So when you first join, you get the recruiter rank, and the recruiter rank is the basic rank, and it has a lot of restrictions.
How are you?
However, to get a rank, to get the next rank, which is member, is very easy. The only thing you have to do is sign up on the guild site. And why I want people to sign up is because there's going to need to be a lot of stuff that the guild site's going to be used primarily for. The biggest thing is going to be raid time, schedules, stuff like that, setting up events. So let's say, hey, we're going to get a big party together and we're going to go do some world PvP up in the Barrens or something. We'll put that down in the forums or something and get that set up. We'll reach more people than otherwise would. So the guild site is a very important place, and so to get the member rank, all you have to do is sign up, and it's very easy. So yeah. The ranking system is progressive based in the sense that you have to have the previous rank in order to get the next. So if you want to get member, you have to already have recruit, which is default. So if you want to go from member to, I think the next one is helper, all you have to do is help someone in some way, shape, or form, whether it be taken through a dungeon, help them with a hard quest, help them, give them some items or something. Originally there was supposed to be another rank called recruiter, but you're only allowed apparently like, I think it was 9 or 10 ranks, so kind of screwed up there. You can also recruit someone. If you recruit, I think it's 5 people, and they actually join, you get the rank. And it might be changed down to just 3 people, but I don't know. I mean, I say 5, but I have been allowing some people just invite 3. I'm just like, just invite 3. It's fine. But yeah, so it's very, very interesting, simple ranking system that that I actually really, really like, because it makes each rank, it allows each rank to have something specific, a specific job that you have to do. So one of the ranks is called Wolf, and the Wolf rank is achieved by helping to fund the bank. Someone invited me to a guild. Speaking of that, join mine. Anyway, so in order to get the Wolf rank, you have to help fund the bank, and you just have to donate 100 gold. And the reason why it's so high right now is because we still need 2 more tabs in the guild bank. We're down to the last 2, and this next one that we need or the one that we're needing right now is 2,500 G, and we have almost 1,500. So yeah, it's a lot of cash. It's a lot of stuff, and so you donate 100. And you get that rank, and then your specific task is to keep the bank funded and also keep it clean and organized, which is the biggest one, because when you don't have every single tab open, things can be a little chaotic, and we have times where some bank slots are completely full, and if they are completely full for 24 hours, I usually go in there. I see if maybe there's 2 pieces of linen cloth. Okay, that's taking up an entire space right there. Just 2 pieces. It's not a full stack. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to bring the gold or whatever I earn back to the guild bank, and it all goes back. I don't keep anything, which is why I'm such a poor motherfucker. So yeah, the ranking system is pretty interesting, and I'm definitely a big fan of it. So we're closing in here now at just about almost 12 minutes of commentary. And there's still a half hour, so that's great. I should have went to the bathroom first. So I'll just go ahead and get comfortable, I guess, because it's going to be a long episode. Oh, man, I love long episodes. That's actually, I do. When I go on YouTube, I have a few Let's Players that I actually do watch. And sometimes they'll do episodes that are only 30 minutes. And for some reason, 30 minutes is never really that long for me, and usually when I watch something on YouTube, I'll go make some ramen, get some popcorn or something, some food, and I'll just eat and watch. And so 30 minutes to me is just never very long. 40 minutes is about that sweet spot. In that 40 minutes to 50 minutes, 40 to 50 minutes is that sweet spot where it's just long enough you can keep the attention of people if your commentary is good and what's going on is cool and interesting to them. But it's it's also not too long where it's just, okay, can we wrap this up? I have stuff I gotta do. That 40-minute is nice. It's like a nice special or a long episode of regular TV show, which I believe is regular 1-hour TV shows are about 44 minutes, so just about where we're hitting right now. So yeah. So this Iron Man challenge, I have an interesting tactic. Okay. Now, as a hunter, you can get a pet at level 10. That's the entire reason I'm going for hunter. Now, I have never gotten a hunter past level, or I've never gotten a hunter to 30. Okay, so far I've played hunter to like 20-ish stuff, and I have enjoyed it, and I kind of know kind of the basics. So what I've learned is that you can get a pet, and this pet, there's 2 different kinds of pets. There's a tanking and a DPS pet. I think there's another one, but I'm not sure. I think the other one's like classified as PvP pets, which are really only good for PvP. Otherwise, it's meh. So the plan is to get a tank. So we're probably gonna get a bear. I have an idea of what bear. There is that cool little rare bear up in Dunmore or whatever, the Dwarf area. And he is a really, really good bear to get. Now, when I first played this game, I made a hunter and I named him Jarvie. He was a dwarf, and I thought, that when you get a pet and it levels up and stuff, you may want to get like the lowest level pets, because then it's training, and I thought it was like Pokemon, where the lower the level the better, because then they're gonna get more training and blah blah blah. But that wasn't the case. So I don't know if getting a silver dragon type monster, rare monster, means that it's gonna have more health than a regular bear. it's going to be a little better or what, but I'm going to go for it anyway because it's cool looking, and I'm going to call him Pooh Bear. And Pooh Bear will be our tank, okay? Pooh Bear will be our tank. And the plan and the tactic that I'm going to use is if Pooh Bear is ever close to dying, I will run away. I'm not going to stand my ground. I'm not going to fight. I'm going to say, all right, Pooh Bear, I'll see ya. And I'm going to be 3 cities over by the time he's dead. And the reason behind this is I can't fight well in close range. Now, as you can see right now, I am fighting with the sword, close range. I'm doing fairly well. But later on in the game, oh, fuck no, you can't do that very effectively. And from what I've heard, it's just not very good. Okay, you're risking it big time, especially in the Iron Man challenge, to go one-on-one melee style as a hunter. The hunter needs to stay back just like this right now and just hit these major attacks and keep on moving. And that's going to be the plan. So we will send Pooh Bear out there, and he will tank, and he will take all the damage, and if he's ever close to death, we'll leave. As with this being the Iron Man challenge, I'm not positive if your pet dies, you have to get rid of him. But if that's true, good God, that's gonna suck. But to my knowledge, that's not the case. So if that is the case, or if you want to see that happen, if you want to make this more hardcore, I'm totally down for it. You know, I think that'd be cool. You know, if my pet dies, I've got to get a new one. I'm actually kind of cool with that. It could be a little annoying, because I guarantee Pooh Bear's gonna die a lot. But I don't know. So that'll be something you guys can decide in the comments below. So yeah, that's the tactic. Send Pooh Bear, let him do all the damage, and I will just remain at a distance, hitting them hard with the bow. And I plan on only using bows. And I'm not a fan of the crossbows or the guns, and it's not like they're damage or anything like that. I just don't like them. I just don't like guns or crossbows. Like, when I think of a hunter, I think of someone who's got a bow and is very fast and agile and moving through the woods unseen. And that was a huge lag right there, and I have no idea why that is. Also, you might be noticing there's a lot of people. So in the last few days, there's been some problems at the most popular private server ever, and that's Molten. And apparently they were taken down for a very long time, and now that they're back, apparently everyone's character has been deleted, and yeah, so a lot of people have been coming from Molten to here, and so the starting area is bustling as much as it was when the Alagon realm was first created, and everyone had to start from the beginning because they had to wait for their character transfers, which actually took a while, from my knowledge. I think I would imagine it would take a long time when basically everyone on there wants to transfer their 80. So yeah, so now we have a lot of people, and that's fucking awesome. It definitely shows now. I'm going to Stormwind, and I'm seeing a lot of people. Of course, it does vary upon times. It does. Earlier in the afternoon and early in the morning for me is when I see the most people. But when it's like later in the afternoon, you know, around 4 o'clock for me, it doesn't seem to have as many people. But I mean, it's a European server, I think. It's European. That's what I've been told. So I can imagine that's the case, and it doesn't bother me too much. So yeah, the population definitely seems to be going up, so, you know, if population is something that you're worried about, come on, try it now and invite your friends over, because there's definitely people leveling early, again, which is great. So yeah, so right now I'm Hearthen, and I don't, oh, I think it's because I dinged, so I was gonna go quickly learn some skills. So we're gonna go learn some shit, I think is what I'm doing. Or I'm selling? Am I selling shit? Oh, I know what happened. I ran out of ammo is what happened, so that was an interesting thing. That's the one thing that I don't like about hunters. So you run out of ammo. I wish, instead of making it to where you didn't need ammo and you're just fucking pulling arrows out your ass, that you just could pick them up off of someone that you kill. Because that would have been so much cooler. If you could just shoot a few arrows, shoot 5 arrows, and get like 2 or 3 back, you know. Sure, you're going to lose some gradually, but you're still going to be getting some. And then maybe there's like a talent or glyph where you get more arrows back than normal. So maybe you're getting like either 4 or 5 after you've only shot 5. So you have a higher chance of getting them all back than not at all. That would have been a lot cooler than just pulling arrows at your ass. I'm serious. It just doesn't look cool. And yeah, I didn't like the fact that I couldn't see my quiver on the back when I was shooting. I was like, oh, that doesn't look cool. Just fucking pulling arrows out my ass and shooting them, and just not a fan. Not a fan. So yeah, so now we're going back, and things are gonna get interesting. We're gonna finish these questies, and yeah, we're making some progress. So let's talk about Ultima, okay? Ultima Online, okay? Why I want to talk about this is because this MMO has interesting features that I have not seen in another MMO before. Now, it might actually have happened because it's something that, I mean, I don't understand why no one else would put in a game. So I'm assuming there is a game out there that does have these features. If there is, please let me know. I would love to check them out because they have some great features. So one of the greatest things about Ultima, actually, you know what? Before we get into it, let me kind of tell you what Ultima is right now. So Ultima is a very old MMO. It came out around a very long time ago, before Warcraft, and so it came out before Warcraft. I think it came out before EverQuest. I think it was one of the first few online. I think it was one of the first MMOs. It might have been might have actually been either the first or one of the few out there at the time. And Ultima, when I first played it, and I played it last year around summertime, I finally downloaded it. I went on to Ultima Online Forever, just leveled up, awesome, and I was blown away by it. It definitely holds up. Does it hold up in every possible way? Like, is it a game that anyone could go back and play and be like, oh yeah, I can get down to this. This is a really good game. You know, I can see why it's still alive and doing very good. No. There's a few things about the game where you can tell age is a factor. The biggest one, and the one you're going to realize right away, is the graphics. Now, I am a strong believer. Graphics do not make a game. They complement the game, okay? Games like Minecraft, okay, they have that pixely blocked type of graphics. But the game is still amazing. It's one of the most popular games ever. Even though we have the technology to make super hyper-realistic things, you know, we have that. So why is it so popular? It's because the gameplay works, and the gameplay complements the graphic style. Because this game would not be as popular if it had super realistic graphics, because a lot of the people that play it are playing on laptops or just basic desktop computers, and it works flawlessly. So that's one of the great things. I like games that try to do that type of stuff, you know, that don't have the super amazing realistic graphics, you know, and they try to be a little different. However, there are games out there where I think having those realistic graphics is just fine because it complements the game. It makes it better. Games like Grand Theft Auto, if it looked like Minecraft, would it be as popular? Probably not, okay? I'm going to tell you right now that would just be weird. So, having those realistic graphics works for a game like that, especially even sports games. You would never want a sports game that doesn't look realistic. Like, back in the day on the NES and stuff, that was as realistic as you could get, but nowadays you want that realism when you're playing a sports game, which I'm not a big fan of. But, so anyway, the graphic style of Ultima, it's an older style, but it looks really good. I really like that type of art style. I love RPGs that look like that have that old style. It gives me that sense of adventure. When I think about a game all about adventure and medieval times and spells, swords, books, and stuff, I think about that pixel art type of stuff. And Ultima does that, and it looks really nice. The music, though, is another thing that kept me. The music of that game was great. The community was amazingly helpful. I had never played a game like Ultima before, and I had a guy right away as soon as I come. He was like, hey, so you're new here? And I was like, yeah, I've never played this game before. And he gave me a walkthrough. He took me through just about everything a new player should know in order to really succeed. And it was great. So let's talk about some of the oh, wait, hold on. One more thing that is a little bad that shows its age. you don't move with W, A, S, and D. And I know some games still do that. I know like games like Diablo do that, where you have to click and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, I'm playing Warcraft. I was playing Warcraft at the time. I was used to W, A, S, and D, so it was very different. It doesn't break the game at all, though. I actually still really like it, and I think it's fun. The good news is you can play it and have a coffee in the other hand. So that's awesome. So one of the cool features about Ultima that I haven't seen in any other MMO was you could steal stuff from someone. You could kill them. Anyone at any time you wanted. You could do literally whatever the fuck you wanted. I felt like I was playing a medieval version of Grand Theft Auto, which, by the way, Rockstar, you should do it. Medieval time Grand Theft Auto. I want to fucking steal some horses. I want to stab random people with a sword and all that good shit. You know, let me ride a fucking dragon too, instead of having helicopters and stuff. You can just ride dragons around. Do it, Rockstar. I know you can do it. Anyway, so you could literally steal something from someone's backpack. And I remember the first thing that I did about that was I saw a guy with a lot of really good stuff, and he seemed to be really good. I think he was a really high level and stuff. I don't know if levels are still part of this. I haven't played in a while. But anyway, he had some really good shit. Like, I mean, good stuff. And he was just AFK in the starter dungeon. And right in the beginning, and so I'm looking around, there's no one really around but him and a few other people just kind of doing their own thing. So I was like, okay, I kind of want his stuff. So I just killed him. And it took me a long time, too. I mean, I was missing a lot of swings. But when I got him, I took his stuff, and I left, and I was like, oh, I got some good stuff. I'm wearing it, I'm showing it off, and then, of course, two other players on horses fancy themselves as the sheriffs there. Asked me if I killed someone to get that stuff, and they knew, he told them, I guarantee he told them, hey, I've just been killed by a noob, go find him and kill him. And so they found me, and then we had a little run through the entire fucking starter area, and I was running around, and they finally got me, and I thought that was awesome. And you can also kill NPCs. I don't know if you can actually kill them, though. I haven't killed them, but I can definitely attack them. Like, attacked a fisherman and failed miserably. That fisherman was skilled, man. And this is a feature I haven't seen in another game before. I haven't seen a game where, if I wanted to, I could walk up to, like, this guy right here, okay? And I could go into his backpack, and I could take his shit. I could take some of his money, I could take his weapon, and I could just give it to him, put it into myself, and run away. And he might not even notice. I mean, of course, if you take his weapon, he's probably gonna notice, hey, what the fuck happened to this? And be like, hey, motherfucker. It's just something that I think would be fun. Now, I know some people are like, oh, well, then that's just going to open up a bunch of people trolling. I look at it as a risk versus reward, okay? It would be also pretty awesome if you died, you lost all your stuff, and you had to restart at the noob area or your house or something. You had to go back and go get it before someone else did. This does offer, like, this huge risk versus reward. Like, maybe this cave system has a really awesome sword, okay? Like, really good, really powerful, and awesome. And it's this new thing, and you really, really want to get it. But the dungeon is pretty difficult. You have a high chance of dying in there and someone taking your shit. So it's this risk versus reward. Like, do I want to risk losing all of my current stuff to get something extremely good, or do I just want to say, fuck it, I'll wait and see if someone else gets it and take it from them, and potentially get my ass kicked because, you know, they have that. And I would love to see this in a game like today. I would like to see, you know, a game look like World of Warcraft, this type of style where you can use WASD. You're in this third-person thing. You don't have to do that over the top viewpoint, and you could do that if you wanted. You could take their shit. You could take their gold. You could take that, because how many people would you know to see go AFK? I mean, I'm pretty sure the badass people that's got connections will go AFK wherever the fuck they choose. Those are the people you don't want to fuck with. They got connections. They know if they know that if they get something stolen, they can call somebody up and they'll have you found. But I'm serious. Like, a game like that, it was so much fun to do stuff like that. And of course, the gameplay was great. I really felt immersed. And even though it was old, even though, you know, it didn't look amazing, even despite all of that, I played that thing, I think, for like 6 hours straight. I just really got into a game like that. I just loved it. It had so many awesome things. There was all kinds of stuff you could do. I was just exploring, killing shit, and it was fantastic. And I would really love to see a game that has features like that, where that has that risk versus reward. Like, you could go in there, you're going to potentially lose all your shit, or you could not, and just steal it from somebody. Okay? A game that will allow you to steal something from someone would be awesome. So, if there is a game out there right now that does that, let me know, please. I would play the shit out of that game. But if you haven't played Ultima Online before, definitely give it a go. You gotta give it a try, at least. You gotta play at least 10 minutes of it. You just go to Ultima Online Forever, and you can download it for free and play for free. I believe it's like a private server type of thing, but I don't know. I mean, I think the original Ultima game is just offline. I don't think there's any servers, so Ultima Online Forever is keeping it online forever, which is good. So hopefully, there's also another Ultima game, That would be fucking awesome. I would play the shit out of it. I would say, fuck you, Warcraft. I love Warcraft, don't get me wrong. It's a really fun game to play with friends. But, man, if a game like Ultima came out today, some of the unique things that it had, the music, the characters, the sense of adventure, which in Warcraft, the only time I had this extreme sense of adventure was in Grizzly Hills, which I know that sounds kind of weird, but you tell me the Grizzly Hills music is not fucking amazing in Wrath of the Lich King. It felt like adventure, just the landscape and the music, not necessarily the quests. The quests were okay. I didn't mind it. I wasn't a fan of leveling after 70 as it was. It just took a really long time. It was fucking terrible. But a game like Ultima is really, really awesome. And I am not joking. You definitely need to give it a go. And just see some of these things that you can do. Like, this risk versus reward is actually awesome. I like it. I like the fact that if I want to, I can steal something from someone, or I could kill someone random. Someone's bullying you, he's calling you names or something, you just go up and stab him in the face and take his shit. Of course, you're probably going to get a bunch of other players that, don't like people that do that, but, that's also cool too, That'd be fucking awesome. You can choose to be this thief that goes around and kills someone. If there was a game like that where I could just kill anyone I wanted, steal their shit, maybe even I could take the key to their house too, because I think there was housing in that game too. I think you could actually put a house down. But if I would literally become an assassin. I would literally be like, hey, you pay me this much and I will kill whoever you want, guaranteed. I will deliver. I will take what you want for him. You just give me this much. Like, hey, you give me like this much money and I'll kill him. I'll take his gear, give it back to you within 12 hours, guaranteed. That would be me. So there's Clara, former member of the guild. She's no longer with us right now. She's joined another guild that a few other members decided to go ahead and create a PvP raiding guild, which, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, a game like Ultima, it's got a lot of unique things. I can see why some people would be like, that's a little too hardcore. But in my opinion, I wouldn't care. Okay, I'm not coming into the game just to become this epic level 80 guy right now like I do in Warcraft. I'm going into the game to have some fun with people. I'm going in there to go, kill a bunch of cool mobs, take their shit, potentially get killed out there by another guy or something. It's just awesome. And, one of the other cool things was, through my experience, I was never actually attacked by a random guy. I think I was maybe once, but I think I was literally the only person going around killing people. I think I was the only guy doing that, which kind of seems rude, but, hey, I saw an opportunity. I was like, I can't do this in Warcraft. I'm going to do it. But I actually might download Ultima again, and I might actually make a series about it, just do a quick bunch of screwing around videos and stuff, just to kind of show you guys the game, because it's actually really, really fun game, and I would not mind playing it again. I guarantee after the video I would probably play it for a few hours afterwards, just having some fun. But so yeah, that's Ultima. It's got some unique features. It's got some unique things. It's got some great music. It's got a nice art style that I love, especially in today's times where everything looks exactly like one another using those super realistic models, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's awesome. The graphics are so amazing. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm not going to lie. It does look good. But, I mean, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of want a unique art style. You know, something cool. Something nice, you know. Just for some games. So yeah, that's Ultima. That was a very long conversation. I think we started somewhere in like 20 minutes or something, and then it's now 34 minutes, which means we still have 10 minutes to do some sort of weird commentary, which is terrific. Why am I doing this? Well, because I recorded this yesterday, and I need to get it done and up by Friday, because I don't upload on Saturdays or Sundays. I might record, but I don't upload on the weekends. Sorry. But, yeah, I gotta get it up this time, too, also but within that time frame, because the month's almost over, and I need to have at least 2 episodes a month, no matter what. And, so, yeah. This doesn't mean that there's just now 2 videos a month. I'm gonna do a lot more. I've just been a little busy around here. So, I'll probably have a lot more done. I mean, if anything, I'll have another series, get a bunch of episodes done too. As for the Iron Man challenge, we're going to take it slow. We're going to take it nice, slow, and easy. I don't want to rush anything here because I don't want to die. I don't want to die too soon. I don't want to have it just seem too short because, I mean, the last Iron Man challenge lasted months. So, technically, I survived for months, and it was amazing. Even though someone's probably already done the Iron Man challenge in like 24 hours, and, you know, fuck you. You know, show off. Dude. So yeah. Alright, so we've covered tactics, we've covered Molten, we talked about the Guild, we talked about Ultima, which has got some amazing shit, and I highly recommend you check it out. I guess we can talk about some of the series that I'm doing too. So I have 2 current series. Technically I have 3. Maybe even 4. I don't know. The 2 that I know of is Pokemon Stadium and Half-Life. So Pokemon Stadium is another series which was originally planned to be the entire series to be recorded in one day, and have it uploaded every single day until it was done. And I haven't recorded since that upload date. So yeah, we gotta get on that. So I'll do that soon. As for Half-Life, getting on that too. I don't know though. My mouse that I'm using is a little busted right now, and I think I've talked about this before. Moving vertically, it moves moving horizontally, like up and down, is just fine. But vertically, side to side, is just, actually, is it? Is vertically side to side, or is that up? You know what? Fuck it. Side to side, okay, if I go left, it jitters a lot. Like, you can kind of see it bounce around a little, and it also seems really, really slow. And if I go right, it's a little like that, but not as much. So basically how I can say it is if I barely move my mouse really slowly, like if I'm playing a shooter and I'm trying to snipe and I just need to barely tease it over onto the head, not very easy because I'm moving that mouse several centimeters and nothing's moved. It just won't do it because it's too slow and it's terrible. Also, it doesn't like to click once sometimes. Sometimes it'll double click even though I've only clicked it once, or I'll hold it down and sometimes it doesn't hold the click down even though I'm clearly holding it down, which can be a bit frustrating. So yeah, that's my problem. But I mean, I really love Half-Life. It's a great game, and I haven't beaten it yet on hard, so I'm very happy that I'm doing that, and I will have that done soon as well. But also, I don't know if I'm calling them series. They were just videos I did testing. No More Room in Hell. I did a hardcore solo challenge to go through. I think it was. I want to say it was Lakeshire, but that's Warcraft, so Lake something or other, and which is one of my favorite maps. And I did, and I completed it, which is awesome. And then I did a challenge in Crossfire, which was a shooter that I was playing at the time. And I did on zombie mode only using the Desert Eagle. It was the Sidearms Challenge, and that was awesome. I did a lot better than I thought. Not only did I do a lot better than I thought, I did better than I've ever done previously, like point-wise too, point-wise. So that was pretty awesome. And so those are two other things. I don't know if I'm doing more stuff like that or not, but I might. But Ultima, I am totally willing to do. If it's something you guys want to see, go ahead and tell me in the comments below as well. But I'm already thinking about doing it, so that's probably going to happen quite soon, because thinking about Ultima and thinking about those cool things that you can do, and, you know, I don't think there is any other game that can do that type of stuff. I would play the shit out of it. Just because of that, just so I can do that type of stuff. I want to kill somebody and take their shit. That'd be fucking awesome. So yeah, just about done here with the episode. We got a few more minutes left. I'm actually still talking about Ultima right now. I think I started maybe like just before we left Goldshire. I started talking about Ultima, and that was, yeah, but I didn't have my microphone plugged in, so that was terrific when I found that out. So yeah, we're gonna complete this quest. We're gonna go find the body, and then I think we're gonna come back and just end it, or either that or I heard. I don't think I heard. That hurt is still on a long ass cooldown. So I'm actually playing a paladin. This is something I haven't talked about. Here we go. This is something that I did talk about, but haven't in this video. So, since the Iron Man Challenge Attempt 1, I'm playing a paladin again, and I have to say, I'm enjoying it. Why? Because it is so much fucking different playing a paladin now compared to doing it in an Iron Man Challenge. Like, in the Iron Man Challenge, every class is going to be very, very different. I mean, I can't put talents in this guy, you know, I can't make him do better. I can't have super awesome gear. But the paladin that I have right now is a protection paladin, and my DPS is much higher than main DPS people like warriors or rogues or anything. Like, when I go into a dungeon, my DPS is the highest. I'm hitting like 150, 170, and I'm only level 32. I think I was actually level 30 when I did that dungeon. But and yes, I do have some heirlooms. They're not the ones I should have for a paladin, but they were ones on my Death Knight. But anyway, so I'm doing that, and I mean, I'm barely taking damage. I'm regenning a lot, and I've kind of figured out how to kind of keep some mana going, and it is fun. I'm really enjoying the paladin. You know, it's nice. It's not as fast paced, which was one thing that I kind of thought I might not enjoy a lot of, but I haven't really been like, oh god, this is just slow and pathetic. I actually have been liking it, which is awesome. I think right now I'm demonstrating why my mouse was busted a little. We're completely off topic right now. I'm talking about a paladin, and in the video I was talking about, like, oh, okay, whatever. Anywho, so I'm playing a paladin, a protection pally, and it is fucking awesome. Really enjoying it, and thinking about making him my main toon and getting him leveled up. That was actually the plan today. I wasn't planning on doing the commentary for this yet, but I kind of got to do that. Originally, the plan was just to play him and get him to 35 today, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah, we're playing the Pally. Now, originally, I was thinking I was going to do a warrior, protection warrior, because that's what I did on Warlords of Draenor. I was like, I don't know. I mean, as much as I like it, I was already playing the Paladin for a while. I really got used to the fact that I could not only just heal, but I was always healing. And the warrior can't do that. Like, yeah, I probably have more buttons to press. I could probably do a little bit more damage. And tanking is still just maybe even a little easier. But, I mean, like, with the Paladin, I just can't get over the fact that I'm barely taking any damage. And I'm going in there. I think I soloed Stockades. And they were still at the point where I could still get experience. They were green at the time, but I mean, I went in there and I took every single one of them on. I mean, I didn't go all the way through and aggro everything. I mean, I went in and I soloed the entire thing, and only once I went down half health, and that was, I accidentally aggroed a little too many. I went into a room, and apparently I aggroed 2 from outside, and when they came in, they aggroed one guy from the other room, and that made it to where I had to fight 6 of them. And that was not easy. And also one of them was the little dwarf boss that had shit. So anyway, going to go ahead and end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully next time, no live commentary. And yeah, we'll be able to talk about Ultima actually in the game and not live. But I'm the Relaxing Shadow. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Did you enjoy that video? If you did, the best way to show me that you have is to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see exactly when my latest video has come out. And I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.